Well, my favorite thing about making this movie was, well, first of all, it was a good experience. There were some pretty good people in the movie. I mean, we had our struggles sometimes. We had some arguments, but we got through. And I think the movie is pretty good from what I can see of it. It's looking very great, and it was a good experience being on set and with all these people.
My favorite scene in the movie was probably the scene Charlene, because we were all in it and we were all having a really good time and we were laughing about it and we had such a good time. I don't think anything could have made that scene better.
My favorite part in the movie, I actually really like the scene Questions. It's fun to watch, and it was also really fun to film because it was very funny and it took a lot of takes, but in the end it was worth it.
My favorite scene was two scenes actually. I liked Charlene because it was, I think, the one scene where all of us cousins were in it, and it was kind of fun. I liked Charlene's entrance especially, and Questions I liked too because it was a fun scene to act, and I didn't shoot it, of course, but it probably was fun to shoot, and it was a fun scene. I also like Resolution too. That was kind of fun. And also in Questions and Resolution, Charlene tackles me and both of them, and so it's kind of funny that way.
My favorite part about the movie, when I was playing Mr. MacArthur, I don't know, it was just a lot of things. It's sort of like all the movies, the fun and the scenes put together is basically what I liked about the movie. I mean, I think I had pretty fun part. I mean, I got to look at files, which is actually pretty boring.
I actually liked being the main villain in the movie because it was really fun, because you didn't have to be all like good. You could just be evil and kill people. It was pretty fun actually pretending to kill my cousin in the scene Murder when I stabbed her to death with a knife. And I also enjoyed being Oliver Frederick Hobart because I got to wear all these cool costumes. He's kind of fat, so I stuffed a towel in my shirt to make me fatter.
In the scene Murder, when I get killed as Cassandra, it wasn't that hard, but we had a few bloopers from that scene because it was funny when Nick just comes out. It was sort of uncomfortable to be doing that scene because it was so dark and I thought it wasn't going to show up, but it turned out looking really great. In one of the scenes, when I was pretending to type up something, I was actually just playing this Guitar Hero game. Because when I'm him, I'm going to pretend that I'm typing by playing this game. And it looks pretty realistic, doesn't it? And then we're just going to mute it, so it looks like this.
My character is a detective in this movie, Andy M. Stewart, and he's kind of a laid-back, casual detective. He wears jeans, t-shirts, kind of like me in a way, because I dress the same way. I'm kind of casual, laid-back too, so it's a lot easier having matching personalities with their character, because maybe you remember your lines easier, you know to act, so it gives me an advantage.
Cassandra and Charlene. That's a big difference for them being twins and all, but Charlene's pretty dumb, if you haven't noticed by watching the movie. She's very dumb, but she's a fashion model and she's very pretty, and Cassandra is sort of the opposite. She just acts so overworked. She's getting pushed with all these assignments, but she's a little bit too hysterical. So she wasn't my favorite person to play, but it was still fun to play the scene. My favorite scene with her was Angry Artist. Just for some filling-ins, when there were those censorships, I'm actually saying censored, so it's not any bad words or anything. The thing that I didn't like about Mr. MacArthur was the clothes. I really didn't like that. I'd rather be in more comfortable clothes like this.
It's true that I had the least lines of any actor in the movie, but I think it kind of made up for it because I was the main cameraman and I wrote a lot of the script, so it kind of balanced out. I was also the editor for the movie, and the editing process actually took a really long time, like longer than I would have expected, but it's good quality editing, so quality, not quantity.
The hardest thing for me shooting the movie was, well, early on when we were shooting, we really weren't on task. We didn't have much time when we weren't on task. We were goofing off. We wouldn't do it. And eventually we came through. We did a lot of work, and I think it shows that we are capable of doing the work in a short amount of time.
As opposed to Mr. McGo, in general, I'm pretty hypo. Like, yeah, I'm bouncing off the walls, I have to admit that.
I think we all put like a lot of effort into making this movie, and I think it turned out pretty